Hello, welcome to Enderman Evolution Mod Spotlight. Now Endermen of course are very cool because they're tall and skinny, and tall and skinny is better. Okay, so you can see these ender daisies, they're not actually growing. Basically what happens is that you need to plant ender daisies, which is something you obviously just find them in the world. You need to plant them on endstone and you need to have a low light level. That's really the way to do it. You can see, for instance, I just grew one, but you can see the little the beginnings of another one is already there. So if you want to get loads of them, you can do that. But you see these ones, I was able to get them to... no, it's not happening as much now. But you see these ones, I can plant them, but when I try and grow them now, not so good. But having them on endstone is pretty good. So that's how you want to grow them on endstone. And what you get from them are these ended. You get another ender daisy, but you also get the ender fragments, which you can make into ender pearls. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Now there are some mobs as well. So let's start with the evolved Enderman. So here we've got the evolved Enderman. Let's actually get rid of some of this other stuff to make sure. Okay, well, that's all we really need to get rid of. These are some books, by the way, from Ender.io, which are quite cool. And funnily enough, because this is how I do things, by the way, in Ender.io Zoo, which is the new name, by the way, if you take 2 owls, you can actually breed them with spider eyes. Okay, well anyway, so that's not really relevant actually. Let's try and kill this Enderman. Let's see what we got. Okay, we got an evolved Enderman head. So when worn, will actually prevent the Enderman attacks. Now the evolved Enderman, by the way, do just spawn naturally. So that's cool. I wonder if there's any funky food I can eat. Well, there's actually some new mobs in this. We're gonna try some stuff as well with Ender.io Zoo, just for the sake of it as well. So yeah, you may also have noticed that this is actually different texture for the what it used to be like in Ender.io. Let's just have some pumpkin pie, because that's very nutritious. Okay, so we can get this evolved Enderman head. So they do spawn naturally. Another thing that will spawn naturally, the Friendermans. So here are the Friendermans. Let's we'll go fairly. We could do with getting a little bit more health back, but I think we'll be alright. So it says right click with a friender pearl to tame, okay? But we're not going to be doing that quite yet. And remember, these things, they're fine in the daytime as well, so don't worry about that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Well, we got a Frienderman head. So drop by a Frienderman. When warm, will prevent Enderman attacks. Also greatly improves auto taming a friend. Okay, so it's similar, but it will increase the chances of getting. So we saw the friender pearl. So we look at how the friender pearl is randomly dropped by the evolved Enderman. Okay, so let's see if I can actually get a drop from the evolved Enderman. We'll just try one first. So I've actually got. I made sure I got done here. Just to let's take out this guy. Okay, so we got a friender pearl that time, right? Now, so we're gonna need. So we need to tame the Frienderman now. Okay. So let us now tame the Frienderman. Okay, so we're going to tame the Frienderman. And to tame the Frienderman, the best way to do this is to wear the Frienderman head So we just okay, so you can see we've got the Frienderman head now, and we get this these hearts, really nice effect there. Let's also look at the evolved Enderman head effect. So that is just not quite as good, but you can see you're sort of glowing a bit like that, and you get the Enderman thing. Let's actually just swap it around while we've got it like this. Actually, we'll put the Frienderman head on. So there's the Frienderman head. Now, okay. So what this means is that if I take a Friender Pearl, I'll be able to tame the Frienderman more easily. So we'll tame the Frienderman now. So it says right click with Friender Pearl to tame it. Okay. So it now says mode following. Okay. So that's that. So now if we right click, you can see we can do various things. So following defending, okay. So that's cool. But what if we want to give? So if we give the Frienderman a chest like this. So for instance, now let's get some shears. We don't want to do that. And we can shift right click to take the chest. And if we look at it, you can see it's got the stuff in it, which is cool. You can also use this, by the way, with iron chests and also ender storage as well. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so you could theoretically get the things back. Now, the other thing now is let's see how he does against some of the other the mobs. By the way, there's also this guy. Let's have a look. This guy's quite. This guy, I think, maybe is new or something, because I can't seem to get it to do much. Okay, so now if we look, so what we might want to do is get an additional Frienderman. Okay, so basically they only take one to get. And you can see there's actually a cooldown thing on it, which is kind of cool. It actually does give you a. You can also use it as a teleportation item. Okay, so now let's try. Let's try something a little tougher. So if we try, let's try this squid. I'm not sure the squid will be able to do much against. We'll see. Well, I suppose the squid's not going to be too. The squid isn't too serious. That was probably like the worst option to choose. I'm not sure why I chose it really. But anyway, let's do. Alright, the squid's not doing too well, let's be honest. Forget about that. Okay, so now. But yeah, what we're going to do is. How about this guy? This is going to be a bit more brutal. I'm not even sure I want to try this yet. Let's try this guy first, maybe. He seems to be quite relaxed. I'm not sure I'm happy about that. What about just a regular zombie then? Want to help me out? There we go. We did get some help that time. Let's try. We'll try it. Let's just try another one. It seems to work. They're kind of helping, but not a huge amount. These are all in the right mode, right? Right, you're going to need to do better than that. Let's see how we can do against the skelly. Yeah, so they go in on against the skelly. Okay, let's try now, let's go big time. I think Steed is easier, probably. Will this guy still attack? Yeah, he gets wrecked. Okay, that's good. The Fallen Knight is going to be more difficult. This guy really wrecks hard, so I don't know if that's a phrase. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to respond to everything. What else we got? Isn't there like a super witch? I think there's a super witch somewhere. Not a watch. This witch should be pretty brutal. Oh, it's also spawned the cat. Yeah, the witch is more difficult. It looks like some of... Unless you're close to death, yeah. This cat has always been quite brutal, though. That cat looks bigger than it used to be. That's a massive bloody cat. I'm surprised the cat isn't attacking. They also don't mind going in the water. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see what else there is actually. I think that's close to... That's pretty much it actually. I don't know how they're going to deal with the Vindicator. Vindicator's too hard probably, but... And actually the Vindicator, I always forget this, the Vindicator's easy. It's the Evoker that's more difficult. Right, hey, come. You see what you do as well. Oh, that was close. Remember, I've got no armor as well, by the way, so. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure why it doesn't seem to respond to everything. It seems to sort of like wake up after a few seconds, but...